What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of K-Cards Baseball. Thanks for joining me today or tonight, whenever you guys are checking out this video. Hopefully everything is wonderful out there for all of you. Today on the channel, we're going to take a look at the top 5 rookies to collect in 2025, Top Series 2. I was going to do a top 10 list, but to be honest, this rookie class is a little bit on the weaker side compared to other rookie classes we've seen of late. So it was actually a little bit difficult to get down to the top 10 rookies in this class because the stats were a little bit sketchy, and quite honestly, most of the players that were in the bottom half of the top 10 really haven't had that much major league experience as of yet. And it was really hard to do a comparison of the bottom half of the top 10 as compared to the top half of the top 10. So I decided to stick with just the top 5. This class is honestly a little bit on the weaker side than rookie classes we have seen of late. In 2025, Top Series 1 was also a little bit on the weaker side compared to last year, but last year was a bit of an anomaly because we did have a really strong rookie class in 2024. These rookies in 2025 Top Series 2 are typically the players that did get called up towards the end of last season or were signed over the course of the winter in the case of Roki Sasaki. And he is considered to be the top rookie in this class by most people out there. I don't quite have him ranked that high because he really hasn't had that great of a year so far, and he is currently out injured, most likely for at least a month. But some people are saying that he could actually be out for the rest of the year. Of the 3 flagship products that come out during the year, Series 1, Series 2, and Update, Series 2 typically does have the weakest of the 3 rookie classes, with Update being historically the strongest rookie class and the most collectible from a rookie standpoint in the Topps lineup. So without further ado, let's roll over to the top 5 rookies in 2025 Top Series 2. The first player on the list is Hyeseong Kim, a second baseman / shortstop / left fielder with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He bats left and he throws right. He is 5'10", 175 pounds. He was born January 27th, 1999, so he is 26 years old, a little bit of an older player for being a rookie. He has played most of his career in the KBO in South Korea. His rookie status is still intact in 2025, and he is nicknamed the Comet. He is primarily a utility player for the Los Angeles Dodgers. If he actually got a few more at-bats, I think he would actually really do much better. His batting average is actually pretty awesome at .395, but he has only had 38 at-bats with the Dodgers this season. In looking at his stats in the KBO, he is a guy that doesn't hit for a tremendous amount of power. He only had 43 home runs over the course of 8 seasons in the KBO League. His batting average is okay at .303, and his OPS at .769 are okay stats. Not exactly outstanding stats, but pretty decent stats overall. Where he needs to improve overall is in his plate discipline. He had 662 strikeouts compared to 337 base on balls, so that's a little bit of a high strikeout to base on ball ratio. So hopefully he works on that and gets that to be a little bit better at the major league level, because if he has that level of strikeout to base on ball ratio compared to not as much power, that really doesn't bode well. But he has been playing extremely well in his limited time with the Dodgers so far this season. Let's take a video clip look at Hyeseong Kim when he was in the KBO League.
Sharply hit by the dive of Tyler Wade into left field. A base hit for Kim with 2 down here in the 8th.
Another great effort by Tyler Wade down at the hot corner. This time to his left. To his right, rather. I stand corrected. To his right. Left, right, right, left.
That ball's hit deep. Right field. Hayward back. It's over his head, and it's off the base of the wall. Kim stopped at third. Kim stopped at second. Korea's in business.
Next on our list is Luis Angel Acuna, the younger brother of Ronald Acuna, and it does seem like I hear that a lot. Every time you hear someone bring up Luis Angel Acuna, that's the first thing that they say, the younger brother of Ronald Acuna. However, he is a guy that should not be compared to Ronald Acuna by any stretch of the imagination. They are completely different players. He is a second baseman / shortstop / third baseman with the New York Mets. He has played this entire season at the Major League Baseball level. He does bat right and he throws right. He is 5'8", 181 pounds. He was born March 12, 2002, so he is 23 years old. He made his Major League debut on September 14th of 2024. His rookie status is still intact for 2025. And looking at Luis Angel Acuna's minor league stats, he was actually signed as a free agent by the Texas Rangers in 2019 at the age of 17. He was traded to the Mets in 2022 for Max Scherzer on July 29th of 2022. So, I don't know, it's a little bit early to tell how that trade actually worked out. I mean, Max Scherzer is obviously one of the top pitchers in Major League Baseball, but the jury is still out as it relates to Luis Angel Acuna. And looking at his stats at the minor league level, he had a total of 49 home runs with a batting average of .281 and an OPS of .754, so not knock your socks off type of stats, but pretty solid overall. Have a tremendous amount of speed with 235 stolen bases in his minor league career. His plate discipline is okay, with 504 strikeouts as compared to 247 base on balls. That is a stat that needs to continue to improve at the major league level. At the major league level so far in 2025, he has 26 strikeouts compared to 9 base on balls. So not that great of a strikeout to base on ball ratio. So hopefully he continues to work on that going into the rest of this season. With the injury to Roki Sasaki, Luis Angel Acuna is considered to be one of the more front runners for Rookie of the Year this year, but we'll just have to see how the second half of the season goes for Luis Angel Acuna. Let's take a video clip look at Luis Angel Acuna when he was in the minor leagues.
Luis Angel Acuna,
top 40 prospect in all of baseball, the younger brother of Ronald Acuna Jr. He has the potential to become a quality big league regular.
So Acuna comes through with a home run, a 4-hit day to go along with it.
And a shot up the middle. So Acuna steps on the bag and saves for one. And on the first double play. What a play by Luis Angel Acuna.
Another stolen base for Acuna.
A 3-run bomb for Luis Angel Acuna. 417 feet.
Acuna swings, chops it to short. Dinner tries to back in. It's off his glove. Cease comes in to score, and the Riders win. Luis Angel Acuna wins it for the Rough Riders.
The number 3 player on the list is Kumar Rocker, a right-handed pitcher with the Texas Rangers. He is 25 years old. He was drafted in 2021 by the New York Mets in the first round, 10th overall. However, that got a little bit complicated because he did not participate in any of the pre-draft workouts, so the Mets would have been obligated to pay him 40% of his slot value to sign Kumar Rocker at that time, which they refused to do. It was just too much money for them, so they decided to let him walk away at that point. So he did have one more year of eligibility at Vanderbilt University. However, he decided not to choose that path after being let go by the New York Mets. He decided to play an independent ball instead. He was eligible for the 2022 Major League Baseball draft, and he was drafted by the Texas Rangers in the first round, 3rd overall. For that reason, he really hasn't had a tremendous amount of minor league experience. Most of his minor leagues were spent with Vanderbilt University and in the Independent League in 2022. As well as the Arizona Fall League after he was drafted by the Texas Rangers. His stats are actually pretty strong with a 3.14 ERA and a 1.049 WHIP, so those are both really outstanding stats, he did have a total of 34 wins and 19 losses at the minor league or the college level. Let's take a video clip look at Kumar Rocker.
I have taken batting practice.
Two, swing and a miss. So Rocker, 3 pitches, strikes out Trey Mancini. Cut and a miss. So Perez strikes out. It's the 1-2 pitch now to Vukovic as he'll swing and miss at the slider. And Kumar Rocker has a 3rd punch out tonight. And it's whiffed at.
There you go.
Rocker has 4 strikeouts, cruising along. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Rocker another strikeout. That's 5 of them. 4 dominant innings of work. It was Rocker's night, and these fans got to enjoy it.
Next up on the list is Roki Sasaki, a right-handed pitcher with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Really has a cool nickname, the Monster of the Reiwa Era. No idea what that means, but I just think it's actually kind of a cool nickname. He is 6'2" and 187 pounds. He was born on November 3rd, 2001, which makes him 23 years old. He made his major league debut in that Chicago Cubs Japan series at the beginning of the season on March 19th of 2025. There are a lot of question marks currently around Roki Sasaki. He really hasn't pitched that great this year, to be honest, and he is currently out on the 15-day injured list with a shoulder issue, and there is some skepticism around how severe the shoulder issue is. There are some people that are saying that he's going to be out a month, and there are some others that are saying that he will be out for the remainder of the season. So if that is the case, that will be a major flag for Roki Sasaki. We all hope that he does come back healthy and is able to work his way through this shoulder issue that he currently has. His stats in Japan baseball were actually pretty outstanding, with 31 wins and 16 losses and an ERA of 2.22 with a whip of .929, so anything below a 1 whip is pretty unbelievable. So that .929 whip is an outstanding stat. He only gave up a total of 22 home runs in 449 innings pitched, and his strikeout to base on ball ratio was pretty outstanding with 548 strikeouts compared to only 113 base on balls in 449 innings. That is pretty incredible. Let's go ahead and take a video clip look of Roki Sasaki during his time in Japan baseball.
Sasaki known as the Monster of the Reiwa Era, basically saying once-in-a-generation talent. Sasaki, nasty, strike 3 swinging. The 1-2 fools men chic, second strikeout of the first. The 0-2 pitch gets Mujik a strikeout to begin the top of the second for Sasaki. He strikes out swinging. Back-to-back to begin the second, 3 in a row for Sasaki. Strike 3 swinging. That's number 5 so far tonight for Sasaki.
The ability that he has to do this, to make it look sometimes like a slider. 91, 92, sometimes even 93 in that splitter.
That's 3. And number 6 for Sasaki. Strike 3.
That is number 7 for Roki Sasaki.
Strikeout number 8. With an exclamation mark on Roki Sasaki in his World Baseball Classic debut.
On what is a very emotional day for him.
The number 1 player on the list is Jackson Jobe, a right-handed pitcher with the Detroit Tigers. 6'2", 190 pounds. He did make his major league debut on September 25th of 2024 and did pitch pretty well for the Tigers down the stretch in limited appearances at the end of last season and really helped the Tigers to the playoffs at the end of last season. He was drafted by the Tigers in the first round, 3rd overall in the 2021 draft, and he is still eligible for Rookie of the Year status. Some analysts out there have him as the leading candidate for Rookie of the Year in the American League. However, I think that honor right at this time goes to Jacob Wilson. It is still too early to tell how the rest of the season is going to play out. Jason Dominguez is really starting to come on with the Yankees at this particular time and is putting his name into the hat as well. So I think it will be primarily a 3-horse race in the American League for Rookie of the Year. We'll just have to see how the rest of this year plays out, where injuries can play a part in determining who the Rookie of the Year is actually going to be. And looking at his minor league stats since 2022 at the age of 19 with the Tigers, he has an 18-14 record in the minor leagues with a pretty decent ERA at 3.09 and a WHIP at 1.175, so that number is also pretty decent. His strikeout to walk ratio is okay with 317 strikeouts compared to 111 base on balls in 297 innings. In those 297 innings, he did give up a total of 35 home runs. Let's go ahead and take a video clip look at Jackson Jobe.
Taken third overall by the Tigers in July, Jackson Jobe showcases a wipeout slider that sits in the low 80s with elite spit rates above 3,000 RPMs, depth, and the ability to locate it where he wants. He pitches at 92 to 94 and tops out at 96 with his four-seam fastball, which also features high spin rates and riding action. He has upgraded his low 80s changeup with tumble and will use it against lefties and righties. Some evaluators say it's almost as good as a slider, and he can give hitters another look with an upper 70s curveball with nice shape. Jobe repeats his delivery and provides plenty of strikes, and his athleticism and efficiency should allow him to remain in the rotation for the long term. The Tigers farm system once revolved around high-end pitchers like Casey Mize, Tarek Skubal, and Matt Manning, and even after all three have graduated to the majors, Jobe is very much in position to continue their tradition in the pipeline.
And looking at the 2025 stats for each one of these players, the number 5 player I actually have on my list is Kumar Rocker. He is currently at the AA level after being sent down after getting off to such a rocky start with the Texas Rangers this year. He is 25 years old and currently ranks 39th overall on the Prospect Top 100 list. His 1-loss record with the Rangers this year is 1 win and 5 losses with a 6.54 ERA and 31.2 innings pitched with 30 strikeouts and 11 base on balls. So not a bad strikeout to base on ball ratio, but his WHIP this year is at 1.67. So you can see why he was sent down to the minor league level. Hopefully he gets it back together because his track record is actually pretty strong, and I would expect him to hopefully work on his mechanics and get a little bit better before being called up back to the Rangers this season. The number 4 player on my list is Hyeseong Kim with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's actually been playing really well this year with the Dodgers in very limited time and in more of a platoon role with the Dodgers. He only has 38 at-bats this year, but his batting average is at .395 with 1 home run. The strikeout to ball ratio is actually a little bit on the high side with 7 strikeouts to 2 base on balls, but that is a pretty limited sample size, so we're not going to really ding him too much on that. His OPS is actually at .925, so that is an outstanding OPS. I really hope that he gets more playing time because his stats definitely dictate that he should get more playing time with the Dodgers, but we know that with the strength of that lineup and him being a rookie, his chances are going to be pretty limited, so hopefully he makes the most of the chances that he does get, and it looks like he has been doing that so far this year. The number 3 player on the list is Luis Angel Acuna. He has spent all this season with the Mets. He is 23 years old. With 116 at-bats, his batting average is at .267, so not terrible, a little bit actually above the league average so far this year. His strikeout to ball ratio is actually a little bit on the high side with 31 strikeouts to 10 base on balls. He hasn't had any home runs this year, and his OPS is .642. So hopefully he continues to work on that plate discipline. He is a guy that does have a lot of speed, and he does make things happen once he does get on base, but he just needs to get on base a little bit more. Quite a bit different from his older brother, Ronald, obviously, because he doesn't have the power of what Ronald does, nor does he have the plate discipline. So hopefully he picks up a little bit of that from his older brother. The number 2 player on the list is probably the player that a lot of people put as the number 1 rookie in 2025 Top Series 2, but I have him ranked as the number 2 player because I think that a lot of the reason why that a lot of people think that he is the number 1 rookie in the set is just based on the hype that he came into the league with this year. However, he has yet to live up to all the hype and fanfare that he came to the Dodgers with at the beginning of the season. His record is 1 win and 1 loss with a 4.72 ERA and 34.1 innings pitched. His strikeout to base on ball ratio is pretty terrible with 24 strikeouts and 22 base on balls, and his whip is also a little bit on the high side at 1.49. So it is clear that he didn't quite have the understanding that he needed to, what it's going to take to get Major League Baseball hitters out with that strikeout to base on ball ratio. So hopefully he can come back from the current injury that he's facing with the shoulder injury. It's hard to say how long he's actually going to be out. Again, as I mentioned earlier, some people are saying he's only going to be out for a month, but there are a lot of people that are saying that he's going to be out for the rest of this year. I just hope that he kind of just takes it easy the rest of this year and comes back into next year really strong and really works on his mechanics and control of the strike zone before going into next season, because it is pretty clear that those are the areas that he really needs to improve on if he wants to be a top echelon Major League Baseball pitcher for years to come. He's still young, however, so I'm pretty confident that he's going to get that right, especially being a part of that Dodgers organization where they will have patience and be able to take their time with him. The number 1 player on our list and the most polished and the most deserving player on this list is Jackson Jobe, a pitcher with the Detroit Tigers, only 22 years old, so he is the youngest player on this list. He has an outstanding record this year of 4 wins and 0 losses and has the best ERA at 3.74 in 43.1 innings pitched. His strikeout to base on ball ratio is also a little bit on the high side with 34 strikeouts to 22 base on balls for a ratio of 60.7%. His whip is at 1.36. So similar to Roki Sasaki in that he really needs to improve on his command of the strike zone and having a better understanding of what it's going to take to get out Major League Baseball hitters at this level. However, I'm fully confident that he is going to continue to improve because it is pretty clear when you watch him pitch that he does have a tremendous amount of passion and love for the game, which goes a long way at the Major League Baseball level. So that's a look at the top 5 rookies to chase in 2025 Top Series 2 this year. So that's about all I got for you guys tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this breakdown of the top rookies to chase in 2025 Top Series 2 baseball. Again, not a tremendous rookie class, but it is still too early to tell how this class is actually going to turn out. I will definitely be a guy that will be collecting Top Series 2 and look for plenty of breaks of Top Series 2 coming up on the channel. I do have currently a hobby box and a mega box on its way from Topps once the release date comes out on June 11th. So thanks guys for checking out this video. If you're not a current subscriber to the channel, hit that like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for checking out all the content on the channel and for your continued support of what we do here on the K-Cards channel. Be safe out there guys and happy collecting. We'll talk to you guys in the coming days with other outstanding content. See you guys later.